On Thanksgiving Eve 1971, a man in a business suit boarded a routine flight from Portland to Seattle. He ordered a bourbon, lit a cigarette, and calmly passed a note to the flight attendant. "I have a bomb in my briefcase." What followed wasn't just a hijacking. It was a wake-up call that exposed how dangerously vulnerable commercial aviation really was in 1971. The hijacker demanded $200,000 and 4 parachutes, received them, and vanished into the night sky. In 1971, flying was casual. No metal detectors, no ID checks. Anyone could buy a ticket in cash and board with whatever they carried. The man used the name Dan Cooper, paid $20 cash, and boarded Northwest Orient Flight 305, a short 30-minute hop with only 36 passengers. He looked ordinary, mid-40s, dark suit, tie, sunglasses, briefcase. Shortly after takeoff, he handed the note to flight attendant Florence Schaffner. When she read it, he quietly confirmed wires and red cylinders in his briefcase, what looked like dynamite. His demands were precise: $200,000 in $20 bills, 4 parachutes, and a refueled flight to Mexico City. Most shocking, no one had procedures ready for this. Hijackings happened regularly back then, over 130 in the U.S. alone, but they usually ended with safe landings and negotiations abroad. No one expected a mid-flight parachute escape. The plane landed in Seattle. While passengers were released unharmed, authorities scrambled. There were no protocols for delivering ransom on U.S. soil. They complied. $200,000 in 20 bills and 4 parachutes were brought aboard. Cooper inspected everything carefully, then allowed the plane to take off again, this time with only the flight crew remaining. His new instructions exploited a unique feature of the Boeing 727, a rear air stair that could be lowered in flight. He demanded the plane low, under 10,000 feet, slow, under 200 knots, with flaps down and the rear door open. Conditions no security expert had ever imagined someone would use to jump. Somewhere over the rugged wilderness of Washington state, around 8:13 p.m., the crew felt a pressure shift. The rear stairs had been deployed. Cooper, money strapped to his body, wearing a business suit in freezing rain, stepped into the storm and parachuted into darkness. Fighter jets shadowed the plane, but saw nothing. When the aircraft landed safely in Reno, the cabin was empty. Only his tie and cigarette butts remained. The largest FBI manhunt, NORJAK, followed. Forests were searched, rivers dragged, hundreds interviewed. In 1980, a boy found $5,800 of the ransom money on a riverbank, bills matching the serial numbers. The rest never recovered. Cooper himself almost certainly didn't survive the jump. Freezing temperatures, rough terrain, no survival gear, and he wasn't an experienced skydiver. But that's not what matters most. What matters is what happened next. The FAA immediately ordered all Boeing 727 rear air stairs modified so they couldn't be opened in flight, a device now called the Cooper Vane. Metal detectors became mandatory at airports. Passenger screening tightened dramatically. The era of copycat hijackings ended abruptly. One ordinary man, using nothing more sophisticated than a fake bomb and a clever reading of the rules, exposed a system that had grown complacent. And because of him, air travel became dramatically safer.